Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Malin Havefjell, and in this video I will speak to you who run a limited company here in Sweden and how you will in an easy way do your own financial report, your annual report when the financial year has ended. But before you can start doing that, we need to see, okay, what do I need to do before I can even go to the annual report part? Well, financial year first needs to end, of course. And then we have our little to-do list. So, okay, first check that all the transactions are booked in your bookkeeping. Do the VAT reconciliation, so make sure that everything there is okay. Check if you have any inventories that needs to have been transferred to be as an asset in your company, and then you make all the deductions for that one. And also, if you have a stock, you need to make an inventory of the stock to see, okay, what is the value of our stock now? And then you check your balances in your balance report. Very important. Check the balances. Print out your balance report from your bookkeeping and make sure that the balances, the outgoing balances, are the same as we can see in reality at this time. Let's say your financial year ends the 31st of December, then this is time where balances should match to each other. So the bookkeeping should be a mirror to the reality. Very, very, very important. You can't go do the annual report if the balances are not matching. And then we can do our annual report. And the easiest way to do this, in my opinion at least, is that to use an e-service. And I have found an e-service that I can recommend, and I have contacted them and asked them if they might have some discount that they can give to my followers on my channel, and they said yes, we will do that. And if you follow along to the end of this video, I will give you a link to where you can get that discount. I'm not getting anything out of it. I give all the discount to you as to my followers. So what I would like for you is to just look at my channel here and subscribe to it, so then we can get things from each other. So what you do is to go to årsredovisningonline.se. The first thing you need to do is to create a user. And you do that here. So årsredovisningonline.se is where you create your user. And now in this video, I will guide you through the e-service so you see how easy it is to make your annual report and also your income tax return for your limited company, and the minutes that you need to write that where you held your board meeting at the end of the year. So all that paperwork is created in this e-service. So first you have done everything in your bookkeeping, in your software bookkeeping, and now you head over here to Årsredovisning Online and you upload your bookkeeping to this one. So you click on this Skapa årsredovisning. So in your bookkeeping software, you download the SIE file, and here you later upload it. Or if you just click on the software that you have been using and follow the guide there. So in my example, we have downloaded our SIE files and now we upload them here to Årsredovisning Online. And the e-service will now pre-fill all the information. So we just need to go through all the different steps to make sure that everything looks as it should. So the first step is to give you to file in your company information. So they will also be pre-filled. So here you add how many financial years you have had, and this e-service will feel how many there should be. And if this is your first year, then there is just 1 year to add here. And then you click on Prove. That's the orange button there down to the right. And then we come to the next part, and that would be the profit and loss report or the performance report. It's called resultaträkning. And again, all the information will be pre-filled from your bookkeeping. And what I've done here now is that I've used the numbers that we had from our example company that we have been following along in my other series from brochure from the tax agency. That example company is a sole trader, so we can't really use those numbers, but yeah, she could be running her company as a limited company, so well, I use them. She has been running her company for 2 years in that example in that brochure, so that is the reason we have 2 different columns here. So one is the compare to the previous year, and the closest one will be this year. And then we scroll down and make sure that all the numbers are the same as we can see in our bookkeeping and that we recognize all the numbers. And then we click on approve, the orange button there down to the right to move forward. And then we come to the balance report, balansräkning in Swedish. And again, all the numbers will be pre-filled from your bookkeeping. So we just make sure and double check that everything is as it should be. If this e-service see that this isn't normal, it shouldn't be like a minus on this part of the balance report, then the e-service will give you a note and ask you, do you really want to have it like this, or maybe you want to go back to your bookkeeping and correct this. So the e-service also helps you if there is something that is very strange in your bookkeeping. So we scroll through, we look at the assets that we had before, and now we're down to the debts, your share capital part. Again, we make sure everything is as it should be, and we click on Godkänn, approve. And now we come to step 4, and that is where we look at the income tax. If you want to, you can use this e-service also to help you fill in your income tax return for your limited company. And then you click on this little box saying, yes, I want help with that as well. And the e-service will go and see in all the information from your bookkeeping, is there anything that we need to add here in the income tax return on special boxes as well. So that is what this section is about. If you have paid for like a retirement fund, for example, then you need to pay a special tax for that one, and it will be pre-filled here as well. And you will also see if you have a profit or if you have a loss. And then if you have recorded any cost that isn't deducted, for example, then it will be imported here as well. So again, important that you have done it correctly in your bookkeeping, then this part will be very easy. So just to make sure that you recognize all these numbers. And then we scroll down and look if there is something that we need to add information about. And we can see also here we have calculated the tax on the profit that we had here in this example company. So the e-service will do that for you. And then we come to other information that the tax agency wants to know about your company. And here the e-service will see what in your bookkeeping, is there anything that you need to add as well. So it will help you. It will not be pre-filled if you have taken help with doing your annual report. So here you need to answer a question for yes or no if you had any help. Looking at this video is not help, so then you just click no, or using this e-service is not help. So it's if you have like purchase special services to make your annual report, then you click yes here. This is mainly for statistic for the tax agency to know how many who actually get help with doing their annual report and how many does it for themselves by themselves. And when you're happy with this, you click on the orange button again, Godkänn, approving this page. And now you will have a little note. So if you hadn't before already booked the result in your bookkeeping, now the e-service will say that, okay, we have prepared this for you. So when you are done, you just need to upload this information to your bookkeeping. So just a little note that you need to do that at the end. Now we come to step 5. That is the how we will handle our profits in the company, our results. And we have already again the pre-filled information here. So, and then you decide if you want to make a share dividend, for example, or if you don't want to do that. So here is the information where you decide about that one. And the next step, step 6, will be adding some notes to all the numbers, all the figures in our annual report. So mostly the annual report is about numbers, but we also need to have some kind of more explanation to different kind of numbers. So here is where we add those. And again, the e-service will look in your bookkeeping and see, okay, where do we need to add the extra information? And it will help you to pre-fill that for you. So that is what they're saying here, that we have made some pre-filling for you. So double check that that is correct. Or if you need to add something more. So what you do is that you add information about if you have any assets in your company, and if you have done any deductions, if you have had employees, if you are the only one employed in your company, then you just add one here that you have. Yeah, it's only one that have been working in my company during the year. And if you had any inventories, have you made the deductions for that? And if there is any other information. And again, the e-service will guide you through this, and depending on what you have in your bookkeeping already, it will be pre-filled here. So then we just click on the orange button again, Godkänn, and move forward. So now we come to the part where you tell in words a little bit more about your company, the förvaltningsberättelse. So here you need to add your own words. And what should I use right here? Well, of course, you don't want to give out any information that can be useful for your competitors, for example, because this information is public to everyone to see and download about your company. But there is something that you need to have. And if we go to Bolagsverket, the one who decides about this, we can see that they write for the director's report that you need to have a description of the company's field of activities and a review of the development of the company's business activities, financial position and performance. And most of this is in the numbers, but you also need to have some more information, little bit more explanation about the numbers. Okay, what type of business am I running? Where is my business situated, in which municipality, for example? And if you had any essential happenings during the year that really affected the numbers. So if we look at between the different years, so we can understand, okay, why is the difference so high and so much here? So then you also can add that information here. And if there has been any essential magnificent something happening after the financial year, then you also add that, and then you can add that in the lower part here, the one that says efter räkenskapsårets slut, after, and under räkenskapsåret, that is during the financial year. And then at the bottom of this page, we can also see those numbers, and this will also be pre-filled for you. So we just click Godkänn again. And now we come to the part where we look at, okay, who has been running this company, and this will also be pre-filled for you. So you just make sure that it's correct, and then you click Godkänn. And now we come to the part where you decide if you want to purchase this service or not. So you can actually try out this e-service without purchasing anything until you actually come to this last page. So now you can look at the draft of your annual report and decide if you want to use it or not, and then you decide to pay. And as I said, I have been talking to this company, Årsredovisning Online, and they have said that they can give a discount for new customers. And to be able to get that discount, you need to wait to the end of this video, and then you know how to get that one. So you decide if you want to have this, we move forward. So you just pay for it, use that discount code, and we move forward, and now there is a new list of things that we need to do. So it's time to file the annual report, the income tax return, and also make the last thing in the bookkeeping and write those no minutes for your board meeting. So step 1 is to file the annual report to Bolagsverket. So here you go, and I suggest that you do this digitally, because I guess in maybe not this year, but very soon at least, there will not be possible to file the annual report manually on paper. So just learn to do it digitally right away. So if you scroll down on this page, you will see a link to where you sign with your electronic ID, and then you sign your annual report, and the next step will be to upload that annual report to Bolagsverket. So you click on that link that you will receive then, and then you go to the Bolagsverket's webpage, sign in there, and then you sign one more time, like saying that, yes, this is my annual report that I want to file to Bolagsverket. So I think there is 3 or 4 times you need to sign before the annual report is actually filed to Bolagsverket. And there is a connection between årsredovisning online and Bolagsverket, so they feel when you have filed the annual report. So then it will turn out as a green box here, check box, check, yeah. So you know that you actually have filed it. And then we go to the next step, and that will be to file your income tax return to the tax agency. And here you can also do it on paper or digitally, and I suggest that you do it digitally, and then you click on lämna in digitalt, the second one here, and then you will have a new site here where you click on lämna in deklaration. So that will be like you are handling over your income tax return to like a waiting room at the tax agency's website. And when you have done that, you get a new link here that you can click on, and that will lead you over to the tax agency's website where you sign in, and you find the link where you can sign your income tax return for your limited company. And here we don't have that connection between the tax agency and årsredovisning online. So when you have done that, when you see that, yeah, now I got the receipt for filing my income tax return at the tax agency, you return to this page and you click on markera som inlämnad, and then this e-service also know that you have filed it. And then we go to the next step, and that will be to record, to book the last transactions in your bookkeeping, and that in this case was this year's profits in the company. And here you can either you look here and see, okay, this is how I should do, or you download this SIE file and then upload it to your bookkeeping software, and then it will be recorded directly. So that is the easiest way. Or you just see, okay, here is how you should do it. And the next thing to do is to make that, hold that board meeting, then make those notes. Of course, you have had that board meeting while you were doing this annual report, so then you were checking all the numbers. But you also need to have it in written that you have actually made this, thought through how everything should be handled. You don't need to file that paper to anyone, but you need to have it in all your important papers for your limited company. So here you can click on create this notes, skapa protokoll, and then you add if this meeting were held digitally or like in real life, where it was held and the date, and then you add the names of the shareholders and the ones that were there, and also which role they were given in your company. And when that is done, you can download this notes as a PDF file and save it for the future. And when everything is done and everything is filed, it should look like this, like green. So what have we been doing now? Well, first thing that was we created a user at the årsredovisning online. We uploaded our bookkeeping to this software. We made sure we checked the company's information, profit and loss report, the balance report. We made preparations for the income tax return. We looked at, okay, how should we take care of our profit in the company? We added some notes with some extra information about the numbers. We also wrote description of our company, what we are doing and where we are running our company, and who are the ones who are running this company. And also then we filed this annual report to Bolagsverket. We also filed the income tax return to the tax agency. We made the last bookings in our bookkeeping and also created that those minutes for our årsstämma board meeting. And that is all that you need to do. And if you want to have that discount on this e-service, I suggest that you go to my website www.havefjall.se/25new, and there you can add your name and email address, and I will send you the link where you get that discount. It's a 25% discount, and it's only for new users at their new companies using their e-service. So I hope you will enjoy that e-service as much as I do. I actually use this e-service for my own clients. I think it's easy to use and it's very user-friendly. So I hope you will like that too. And if you have any questions or if you feel like, oh, it would be nice if I had someone like holding my hand while I'm using this e-service the first time, you can of course book a meeting with me and you can share your screen and I can guide you through the e-service and help you through the different steps. Yep, and I wish you good luck with this one, and I also hope to see you again in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and yeah, good luck.